Welcome everyone back to Total War Pharaoh in part 19 of our Amenmesse campaign. In today's episode, the regional governor of Nubit has gathered up a small force and tried to send them on out to halt Amenmesse's bloody march across his country, although it doesn't seem like it's going to work all that well because our foe is bringing a bunch of just Nubian recruits. We just gathered all of the lads in the field he can, and they are going to try to halt our glorious charge through the mountains here. Kind of our first actual mountainous battle, and one with muddy terrain, so we don't have any heavy troops here, but if there were any on the field, it would slow them down quite a bit. We also want to keep our chariots well away from the mud, as it'll slow them almost to a standstill and allow our enemies actually to get some damage in. So we've got chariots on either side here, as well as our archers, since we have a pretty severe archer advantage. We're going to set up on the hill, bombard them with the chariots until they decide they have to come our way, and most of our troops have been told to switch on over to flaming shot, provided they're not standing too close to any of this brush here. I'm actually going to skip these guys over a little bit. They're not wasting their shot into the brush. Just don't want to actually catch this area on fire, so these guys won't be in flaming shot mode, but everyone else will. Let's get it started. Our spears kind of there to keep all the troops focused into one slot. I'm going to move them forward a little bit, and once they're in position, we'll split them into field wall mode. Same thing over here. A little ways forward.
Yes, to glory.
Here, just roll up the sides there. Same thing over here. Roll up, and then we'll have them turn around and start immediately harassing those flanks. Alright, spears. All up.
Fighters of Nubia.
Shields, lads. Bombard the sides already. Get up on top of this hill. Please and thank you. Same thing over here. They're starting to get bombarded, blasting into the shield wall. Taking fire, but they're absorbing it pretty well.
Victory.
As soon as they do get into range, they're going to have the worst day. Taha is actually able to start firing on us, so let's wait until they're able to move past him, and then we'll send the chariots in to run him completely over. Fire ammo for all of our archers here. As most of the enemy will just turn and flee pretty much as soon as the flames touch them.
We will triumph.
You guys go after that group. Go ahead and blood out the sun for me. You can move forward and deal with these archers. That'd be just great. We'll have the chariots come on in and crush the enemy general. Their guards start moving around the outside there. Amenmesse move in to slaughter some fools. And they've hit our front line, but it's not going to be something they're going to be enjoying at all. General's been run over, but he's hiding in the mud, which is a very good idea to keep our chariots from getting to them as quickly. As you can see, they slowed down immensely. Alright, Pharaoh Guard, run them over. We'll bring these guys on back, crash into this group. Flaming arrows might do too much damage to our own, but hopefully other lads can make it on through the volley of, looks like laser shots almost. Oh yeah, now running into the back of that group, they are going to be running immediately. Let's grab all of the missiles and have them set to normal fire, and then from there everyone should be pretty safe. Early fire is still going to be a thing, and how most of our chariots will get slain, but that'll be just fine. There's the victory. I don't know about you lads, but I cannot wait until the blood pack comes out. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. It does seem to be the way here with Sophia. For whatever reason, it takes them a lot longer to get those blood packs on out. We are going to chase down all of these Nubian recruits. Made the foolish mistake of coming out to throw down with Amenmesse, and I'll catch you in a moment. Prepare yourself for the sentry. Oh, you hit us with your... Ooh, never mind. That elbow shot you paid for with your life. 23 fell in the fighting. That was mostly our Kushite spearmen up front. They are doing a very good job. We're going to replenish, leave all of our troops here. As Egypt is powerful and merciful, for some reason is only giving us about 490, even though we rounded up a ton of Nubian recruits. So Amre has attacked our Dungal vassals. I don't even know who you are. Plague in the Eastern Highlands, that's just what Super Liliuma deserves. We're dragging things up to the proper. He's just gonna sit here and raid in front of us. I mean, an interesting strategy.
Let's get going.
Are you just trying to wear out our desert attrition immunity there? Let's go ahead and kick this poor fool into orbit. Ooh, perforated. That's why you wear armor.
We were too much for them.
We were too much for them. Still lost a lot of troops.
There is honor in servitude.
And then now we've
Courage is
moved towards
everything.
Hechpa.
With me, brothers.
See anything over here that could possibly defend? They've got 20 lads holding the lines. We'll have to go
Battle
to
is
fort
my
first.
calling.
A little bit sad. But such is
I will
usually the
take
way
what
here.
is owed to me by any means.
Nakad has lots of troops. Ooh, 2 chariots. We actually get some chariot duels.
Crown is
This
all
I'm excited
but
for. We have extra movement for this one. Gains extra movement range. We already have this buff, correct? Oh no, he doesn't. No buffs at all for Amenmesse. Yoink. And back to
Time to
Nakad.
strike. Death awaits you.
Alright, Sendakti. Really, we would win that aggressively? Just our Kushite spearmen would be injured. Now we've got to fight against some Upper Egyptian chariots here. We've had no chariot battles as of yet. Maybe a tier 4 chariot. I think that's kind of the way across the board, except for with Ramesses and Seti. No one else has very early tier chariots. That's how ourselves a fight. Alright, humble war. Oh, storm. Alright. See if we can make this battle last a while. We have had no rain in Egypt as of yet. Oh, good grief. This is a horrible spawn-in for the enemy here. Well, let's go ahead and set up our archer line. The Seti over here on this side is going to be Operation Annihilate the reinforcements before they can do anything. Down a few times, that way they are... do some damage. We'll have some Kushite runners hanging out over here in the mud, and the same thing over here on this hillside. And then let's throw our armored archers. I'd love to be able to get them up on this hill. Don't know exactly how wide the enemy is going to spawn their troops. Could go very disastrously for us. We'll have it so they can retreat up the hill
We will
and
succeed.
around. Our archers have plenty of escape paths there. They do have their own chariots, so we really need to make sure our spearmen can keep them consolidated. Again, we really don't know how far and wide they're going to spawn, so I'm going to be a little bit cautious with it. Cautiously aggressive.
Fighters of Nubia.
Nubian clubs here. And here. I'm pretty sure this is where the majority of their army is going to spawn in. So let's set our spears up accordingly. Not in the mud. That would make them very sad. Back far enough they're not at least going to get run over. Can I set them up in formation? The answer is... you can.
Fighters of Nubia.
That's as wide as they can deploy in wall formation. That's fine. We're definitely just going to go ahead and start them out in their walls. Runners off on the side there, and then we'll have the Pharaoh Guard, Amenmesse, and then the actual clubmen ready to move up and give people a good old wallop. So we'll have the Nubian chariots off on this side. They've got huge range. And if the Egyptian chariots try to chase them, they'll have a terrible time. And then we'll have our others on this side here, ready to roll through our lines. Missiles together, infantry together. Let's set up all of these guys in guard mode so they shouldn't pursue any enemies. Clubmen ready to lend some aid. Anything with those spears. Guys a little bit further up on top of the hill. Stop anyone from going around us there if we can. Pull these archers maybe a little bit more up on top of the hill themselves. Alright, wall formation for these two. Perfect. This is going to be a fight. Let's get to it. Sure no one is deployed incorrectly. And begin. Oh no.
Onward.
That is the worst possible.
Position.
So they're all up on top.
Pushing on.
Let's bring these guys back a little bit. All of our archers should start raining hellfire down. Let's go ahead and switch them over to... get into spear wall formation just in case any of those chariots make it through. Chargers, you make it on in there. Rush that chariots. Go ahead and brace. Do you know who you're fighting?
You will be broken.
Alright, run these poor fools down. You guys start blasting. Get out of spear wall formation. You don't really need it anymore.
On the move.
Alright, we're in trouble. Start blasting into those upper Egyptian conscripted. You guys come on around and start dueling with these other archers here.
Release.
Alright, they made some chariots through. Let's make sure our royal chariot companions are following them. Go ahead and set up hold.
Release.
Bit of a spicy battle. I'm here for it. These chariots are going to try to move through. You guys were holding. Good idea. Move on through.
Marching.
Bring you guys up. Try to duel with these upper Egyptian archers that are coming on in to try to face you. You guys back.
I fear nothing.
Amenmesse, I don't think you should be chasing after chariots. Let's rotate back around. They are trying to
Aim for their hearts.
get all the way around behind us. Is that what I'm seeing here?
No defeat.
Onward.
Let's come on up then. We'll have you guys form lines to stop that nonsense.
Marching.
Only want the chariots to come up and start dueling. Everyone else just kind of come on over and fire the arrows.
Archers, shoot.
Seti, turn and blast into these
Release.
militia slings.
Onward!
Perfect, they're gone. You guys just turn and go after the slings too.
Into position.
Oh no, speaking of, our archers getting run over there.
Archers, shoot!
Up close and brutal.
Soldiers, move.
Or firing on that group, you guys turn. Get into the melee.
Pushing on.
Where are my speedy boys here? I have any of them left.
Meet your
Those archers are getting a little bit harried. And they're not doing too bad though, honestly. Upper Egyptian militia clubmen are struggling pretty aggressively. Gotta love the matched combat animations. Yeah, group's done. The assisting fire from their allies.
Into position.
Bring you guys up and around, start blasting into this next group.
Release.
Meanwhile, our archers,
To victory.
there's two groups up here. For now, Kushite archers back up just a little bit.
Aim for that heart.
It'd be very easy for you guys to deal with that unit.
Fighters of Nubia.
Chopping down those upper Egyptians, and you just charge in.
Break them.
Yeah, we need to keep track of the entire battle, don't we? Come on, chariots, let's get moving. You
Go.
guys had a really tough time
chariots, move.
due to some bad micro.
Right onward.
On the move.
Back up and around there. Yeah, our chariot companions took way more damage than they needed to.
On our way. Aim for their hearts.
Blast into those conscripted axemen. They should get pretty aggressively devastated.
Forging ahead.
Stay out of the brush,
Chariots,
at least to
onward.
a small degree.
Into
We have any of the runners that are left. You guys try to move up through and deal with these archers.
Fight as one.
Same thing here.
Archers, shoot.
That archer dueling going.
Fight hard. Throw it out.
No quarter!
Go ahead and give these guys charge. You know, here fighting on these poor fools drop their leadership.
For them to die!
Clash.
Pharaoh by right!
And that looks to be the end for our foes here. Break their legs. Excellently done. Even though the reinforcements bar likes to try to be a bit sneaky.
Onward.
I'm gonna run down as many of these Nubians as I can and I might catch you in a moment.
Amenmesse.
As many chops as you need. And We've been fighting in Nubia for so long. I forget we're actually up in Upper Egypt now. We are going to simply claim this settlement
This is ours
on our
by
continued
conquest.
march. I do think I'm going to demolish this fort. Not all that needed.
I
It's
will
like most
take
of the
what
mountainous
is
settlements have
owed to
only
me
one or
by
two. No, they've all got
any
3 here,
means.
except for just this one here. It is specific for some reason. Do we have anything fun we can place in here? Just the Stone Carvers District? Stone is already completely expended here, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw that on in, and we'll benefit as much as we can from it. Grab the Overseer's office as well in Knock. That way we can just kind of keep on through, moving on through without having to worry about it.
Amenmesse, Pharaoh of Egypt.
Egyptian Kapesh warriors are just not going to be the same as our Pharaoh Guard, Royal Kapesh Guards. What we're going to do is probably replace these Nubian clubmen with those two of Amenmesse's specific forces. Where are they at here? This is not one of ours. Have them coming on up the coast with Sahedizbet's army.
A crown,
Where are you at, my friend?
an empire.
So he's got 2 of these Kushite Royal Guard. We're going to go ahead and slot those in with Amenmesse instead of the other army he has.
Warrior of Nubia.
I'm tempted to see what they have here. Let's just press onward into their territory.
Keep moving.
We're not going to be taking any or doing any replenishing, but I think that's entirely fine. Aggression to deal with this garrison. We're going to stamp them out very quickly. Wasp will be their final settlement that they have left over. Then hopefully we can...
This seems completely pointless.
Oh, really? We are going to be at war with Miam soon. Time to prepare. They really don't like that we've been bullying all of their nearby neighbors. That's why they keep setting up these random armies around us.
Warrior of Egypt.
They just don't realize that they're not the main characters of this story. Or fools. Okay, let's find ourselves another war then.
Warrior of Nubia.
You zoom on over to here. How long before we can declare war on these fools? There's nothing we can agree on. I agree with that quite aggressively. If we do so, it is still treachery. I mean, we're dependable. A little bit of treachery never hurt anyone. We're still trustworthy. Boo-ha-ha.
Knowledge is power.
We gained a crude Kapesh. Grants powerful strikes. Technically more of a farm tool than a weapon of war, it can still cut a man to ribbons just as easily as it can cut crops at ground level. Sounds good to me. Who wants a Kapesh?
Warrior of Nubia.
You've got an axe. Breakthrough charges are actually really great. Itazar also has a Kapesh. Amenmesse has a Kapesh. And the only one who doesn't is Sahedizmet. And a Pyrinha. Pyrinha, welcome to the Jedi Order. Still no chariots, though. Trying to handicap us as much as they can.
The struggle never ceases.
Before we make that move, let's go out of March,
Prepare for anything.
supply the army up, and then we'll prepare to invade Cham.
I'll prove myself.
You're in
worthy.
March already as well, so let's keep
The
moving.
holy place awaits.
Come on over here to pray to Set. Beautiful stuff. So here in Respawn, we've got 3 workforce, so actually it's probably a good idea to come on in and snag the Shidduch farm. We did immediately for a hefty bit of gold. I say no. Harass negative 20 morale. Would they not just leave immediately as soon as we start fighting them? Cost of the next action minus 50%. That's usually the one we're going to go for here, just maximum native support. Helps keep happiness in order once you actually claim the settlement. Grips of resources are nice too, but not necessarily required.
Battle is my calling.
So you've got 1 Egyptian chariot and then 1 royal chariot companion. That's perfect. Mace axe warriors sound great.
I
Yeah,
need
so
more
some
blades.
excellent chargers. And then maybe some more expendable spears. These guys are 85. How are they comparatively to our Kushites? Pretty much worse in every way. Oh, the Kushites are worse in every way. Let's see. Welcome,
Hard
Egyptian
men
spearmen.
for a hard job.
Hard men for a hard job. As far as building and the rest of our settlements goes, Kirkur Oasis, that's 5 workforce. Influence is still pretty suspect here just because the other tribes have controlled the land. Well, in the meantime, we could just snag the gold market for extra legitimacy and happiness. And a fair bit of other resources to kind of come on in as well. If we get this area attacked, we're gonna suffer for it, but maximum economy here. Gold market, and there's 3. Does it take 4 to go up to the next tier after that? It just takes 3, so we can see this along. Perfect. Ooh, we got the tornado sirens going into test, so I will be right back in about a minute. Alright, the sirens work, so we can get back to it. Let's find some fools to punch into the face. Everyone has gotten about as far as they can. We'll get you out to the edge of our territory here. And it's set up into an ambush. If you can, good sir. Sneaky to the ambush. Perfect. And then from there, we've got only a few actions available here at the port. It's like Tal'Zareth is still losing some of her legitimacy, so we're going to come on in and form ourselves another plot. We are going to steal more legitimacy from Tal'Zareth. Because we're the Pharaoh and we can do that sort of thing. Then no more gold for now, we're just going to let that take its course. And then what else do we want? I don't think there's any more real construction we can get up to except for in Buhin proper. Got 3 here. We can go for walls, or we can start in on the actual gold mine labor camp for even more gold income. That's going to drop our influence here, so I'm actually going to go instead and grab a bit of food. 235 from that. It is affected by Aket. Go for the irrigation ditch. Rather take the extra influence and just get gold that way. So no additional things to do. Our ambition we're currently working on is trying to maintain 8 total upper or lower Egyptian native units. So we're working on that pretty quickly. Should complete next turn here once we grab any of these axe warriors. Perfect. So we've got the Ekwesh waves incoming. Beware these trespassers. They come unbidden, silent as if offering fealty. Once suffered in our lands, they strike without mercy. Well, that kind of gives away all of the sneakiness that they are. It'd be cool if it didn't tell you what they're about. Ancient records speak about how great Thutmose received similar guests in his court. False envoys were hiding daggers behind their backs. Ekwesh are desperate and will attack settlements along the seacoast. Very strong armies. Interesting. Enjoy that, Ramesses. We're still here destroying Nubia. 90 turns into the game. Amenmesse is very secluded down there in the south. Alright, they're trying to offer fealty once more. I don't trust you at all. So, bugger off. We know what it is to lack, because you only know how to withhold. I see. It's my fault you don't know how to make your own things. Okay, so the people within your borders are fierce and unbowed. We have some now 10 auxiliary units from all over Egypt will be available in special recruitment. In a chamber, we can trade our court action for some gold. No thanks. Our court action is very useful for us.
Of all Egypt.
Okay, so Ka-Sba has 20 people defending it. I don't think that's enough.
Amenmesse,
Even with our pretty poor...
Pharaoh of Egypt.
Let's move up to here just to check.
Pharaoh.
Movement range 1, which we already have. Outside reinforcements are going to be Kapesh warriors, and it looks like some pretty elite archers. But still, we get to have the opportunity to smash them and then turn around and deal with the defenders, so 20 or not, that's... Unless you've got another general here, you're in trouble. Even with our lack, I'm going to have to keep a closer eye on our chariots this time. We would win, and we would lose a good deal of a lot of our troops. I don't want to spend that many turns replenishing, so let's go ahead and encircle here.
Continue. They'll
Continue.
let us in soon.
They've got no choice. And here in Hech Pa, which is actually the proper...
I'll prove myself worthy.
See about coming on over and besieging this garrison.
You stand no chance. I'll kill
Beautiful
you.
stuff. I'll kill you. So just a bunch of Nubians, which is exactly what we want to see, so let's go ahead and throw in some siege showers. Get as many ladders as we can, so 2 turns if we have to.
They'll break eventually.
I don't think we'll even need to go for the 2 turns. Let's take a look and see what kind of auxiliary
Battle
troops
is
we
my
have now.
calling.
Auxiliary units we have... Did it say 13 of them? So we get 1 of each? That doesn't seem right. Maybe these Upper Egyptian... No, we already had these guys. Huh. Maybe our auxiliary units are too full. Not sure, but that's definitely not a selection of 10 units. It's a selection of 1 each.
The fire of Nubia.
We can just recruit them on the fly, though, so that is pretty useful. Let's also give you, good sir. You have any Royal Kapesh Guard? I think you need them.
Are you strong enough?
Ah, you strong enough.
Death
Come on
to
over,
my enemies.
stop at this trading post first to reduce your upkeep.
My time is now.
Yoink, and then come on down to drop
I'll
off
get
some of
there.
our troops here. Kushite archers and such like that. Kushite archers, and then the Upper Egyptian swordsmen. And spears. Make it a very elite garrison. Okay, and then you turn around
Mighty warrior.
and just go back to Nubit as fast as you can. And we'll have you recruit up some more troops here
Check
next
out
turn.
patrols.
For now, you're
Power
more
and
than what we
pride.
need. Beautiful. So here at Nok, everything is all built up except for the workforce growth. Let's destroy that one. The Nilometer is going to be very important. So it's going to be a little bit before we actually build that up, though. Any other ways we can get more growth here? Irrigated farmland. Yeah, let's go for it. +4 workforce growth. In fact, we're going to keep this one in because we do need the growth. Perfect. Get that building up sooner rather than later. It would really help out if we had possibly take this way station on out, put in the shrine to Isis, so we get a bit more happiness and growth. We'll see which of the 3 actually gives us the most. So Isis is giving us 10 growth from the 10 per. Anubis is giving us 10, so all of them are just going to give us 10 maximum there. So we'll go for the happiness as well, since that'll give us kind of that 2-parter. So back at the outposts, and once that's destroyed, we can switch that on over. And same thing here, we'll just go for a shrine to Isis. And build it immediately.
Death awaits you.
Death does await you. Ooh, we're gonna start off raining. So less accuracy and less reload time. I don't even mind. Rain in Egypt. Hoping we get to see how much it actually changes the terrain up. Love the little reflections the water's doing. This game is beautiful. Would love to see a little bit more of the weather effects in Warhammer. Maybe in the future. We'll see. Okay, so let's go for Nubian chariots. I'll put them on this side of the Muddy Ravine. And the elite chariots on the other side there. And actually, we have an opportunity to go dangerous maneuvers as long as they don't deploy over here. So let's set up 2 of the Tessetti over here.
Assume formation.
Do we lose some range as well?
Anything for victory.
Looks like we do, but it's not actually
To glory.
showing us exactly how much we're losing.
Making it happen.
Archers over here. We'd like them to be able to move in. I don't know what kind of terrain's stopping them from deploying there, but we need to keep an eye on it. Armored archers over here.
Archers.
Normal Nubian longbows.
Getting it done. Anything for victory.
All of these guys can have their fire arrows on. That'd probably be great. A lot more piercing, though. Yeah, we can actually see how much range has been reduced. Or is it telling us there's differing ranges there. 11 armor piercing. Intriguing. We'll get all the missiles grouped together, and then we'll put them in guard mode. And then we'll get the Kushite runners set up behind and off to the sides. That way, just in case there's any kind of weird deployments, we can hopefully recover. So in an effort to not be caught completely unawares, we're going to bring these Royal Archers over a little bit. That's fairly conservative spear placements on the front of all of the mud. Set them up in formation. Spears in guard mode, and then we'll go ahead and have just the Chargers ready to do some serious damage. We do know they're going to come on out of the fort to face us, so that's where we want to have our chariots ready to kind of do their damage. So you Nubian chariots also kind of stick in the back. It would be the best actually getting away from enemies if they close that gap.
By Pharaoh's order.
Amenmesse here. We'll have some other guys hiding in the brush. Same thing with Nubian clubs, hiding in the brush, ready to do some serious damage. Get it started. As we kind of expected, you charge right into them. Don't let them get any kind of movement. And we're just gonna have you guys chase those chariots. Chase those chariots. Annihilate those axe warriors. Ooh, the Kafeshman made it right on back. So you guys go charge directly into them. Royal Archers should actually have some pretty decent melee stats. Stop these axes here. You guys unfortunately have to do the same.
Archers, shoot!
Bring our chariots through. Clubs, go ahead and try to overwhelm and destroy this poor fool. And we will blast arrows down into them. Actually, runners, you stay here. You guys go through.
Into position.
That should pretty quickly scare off their archers.
Of Nubia.
Go ahead and activate the old... And we forgot to do the charge, but we can go for... Do you know who you're fighting on these guys? Make them flee in terror. And nothing else. Actually use our activated abilities. Alright, they're coming on over towards us. Looks like the chariots are attempting to get into the fray with our elite archers. Just to drag them down. You guys come on back. Oh, we actually got these guys stuck. Get on out of there. Turn around to get ready for that next group. Should be an easy slay. These Nubian chariots moving. Smash into these guys here. Archers, just go ahead and turn. We got plenty of foes coming on around. You guys just get ready to fight. Spear wall, go. Archers, get you guys into just normal firing mode if you can there. Those chariots are fleeing. They might come back though, so you guys keep ripping shots into them and stay into spear brace formation if we can. That enemy general's gone. Turn on back around. Chariots stay over here.
Charioteers, go!
Alright, this side is dealt with. Archers, turn around. You two start blasting into these idiots. Okay, spears going back around. We'll have these Nubian chariots go around this area. Beautiful stuff. Oh, they've got more reinforcements, do they? Bring these runners across. And we go for shields up makes them too slow. Honestly, the chariots are already here. Shields up. Or not. Or not at all. Alright, you guys come on back around and do some dueling here. And now we need to close that gap. Come on away, you're not getting charged by spears. Kushite runners on in, join that fight.
Fighters of Nubia.
Everyone with a bow. Those guys are your targets.
Bring them down.
You guys charge into them, you guys pull back. They're fairly heavily armored, so they should handle that pretty well.
Pushing on. Loose arrows.
Storm is dampening our spirits all of 0.
On our way! Chariots,
Keep moving through. You guys try to stop those spearmen from doing too much damage to our chariots. Come back through, my friends. Fire on the guys down inside the actual valley there.
For glory!
Chariots, move
Bring these
out.
chariots in to finish these guys off.
Onward!
All archers we have left go after the enemy
Aim
lord.
for their huts.
These battles are so that oh no, our chariots are brought down. So cinematic.
To victory!
Keep moving on in, and that's the victory. Another city falls.
They run from Nubian's might!
But of course they do. I'm gonna do what I can to chase down as many of these fools as we can for the extra experience, of course. I will catch you all in a moment.
Kill them all!
Once again, sir, your shield is far smaller. Therefore, you are inferior in every way.
Never an option.
There's no reason to keep sacking. There's like the sacking the settlements is just not enough food and bronze, especially with how we've been setting up Amenmesse. So we're just gonna occupy and keep on moving.
This city
Cracks
belongs
the whip.
to us.
The city does belong to us, and actually this is a great place for a fort. And this is terrifying. We're gonna have to deal with sea peoples now. There is coastline here. Oh no. But this also allows us to get out to the sea and start harassing the coasts ourselves. I'm thinking this is looking like our first map expansion, if the game does continue that far. Got a huge swath of land here that's just completely unusable. That's not suspicious at all. What do we have here? We've got the Egyptian way station all the way up there, huh? No desert attrition in this entire area. Does sound like a very good idea. Fort. We definitely need to keep in this little pass. Egyptian monument and then the lookout post. Take out the lookout post and everything else can stay.
I will take what is owed to me.
By any means?
means.
By any means. It's so funny. 2 auxiliary units each. Alright then. How...
To war!
Gotta wait a single turn for that to be done. And honestly, we could just leave this here and charge Amenmesse down and just attack Hechpa,
Pharaoh.
claim it that way, and then send Sehenizmet down to finish them off. I think by then we will likely be at war with Biam. They don't seem to like our conquests of their friends very much, which I guess is understandable. Let's come on down to Shima, and we're going to definitely add in the city guard compound. That's going to be very necessary. Starting to run dry on our stone stores a bit, so it's time to probably start making some more deals. Speaking of, diplomatic relations. I will spend the 900 gold easily. But we refused. Of course. A bunch of stuff built on up, and the battle reports are as follows. Come on into our things we can do to Waset. Bullying Waset the item. 20 extra defense for the entire army. They just don't have a chance in dying then. I'm gonna harass the patrols to make them build up speed more and drop even further morale. We should be able to just kind of break them and turn them to the hills immediately. 420, huh? That's a pretty easy sell to me.
Warrior of
Okay,
Nubia.
well, we have how long of
Prepare for
the
anything.
prayer to Isis? 2 turns. We have 2 turns to cut it over here in Crack Cham. Only 7 defenders of the settlement itself. So let's move in, burn down the shrine to Osiris
Stand
because
no chance.
heretics. Yeah, we get more for raising. Yeah. Violence. And then we can go into an ambush stance. I quite like the idea.
Men.
Then you come on over,
Warrior of Nubia.
and we'll have you threaten Kasef. Drop that upkeep. And I think we'll pull you on out of March,
They are like brothers.
just in
Get
case the
ready to
Lebu
move.
show up, but let's keep them in.
With me, brothers.
We're all in on the violence. We know there will be more armies spawning down here, so we will have to either build someone in quickly or turn them around very fast after our initial conquest here. Alright, so for diplomacy itself, can we get any more deals
I will
with the
defend
Canaanites or
my
anyone
home.
abroad? Oh, not yet. Could honestly use...
Son of the
I don't
Sun,
trust
I will
Pharoah
listen.
at all,
I
but
promise
if they're
no more.
just for 500 wood, sold.
That will work.
That will keep them from stabbing us in the back. They want to be a vassal really badly. But, like, their lands are beautiful and good for me to steal. If you can be our vassal, I guess. Problem is I don't trust them to not just start problems with everyone around. They're fighting Sanakti. Oh, absolutely not. Don't draw us into a new war. All I really want them is to not attack me while I'm dealing with our foes in the area. Yeah, she's going to be one of the main enemies of Ramesses. So it may be a good idea to get them on side. Sanakti himself is deteriorating because of our treaties with Pharoah. No alliances to be had, and the only vassal is Pharoah, which they absolutely don't trust. Fair enough. Although if we could force them into a confederation pretty early on, that'd be great.
Unite my people.
It would just put us at odds with Sanakti. Okay. We're cruising on along towards our next bit of legitimacy here. Swing into the courts. I actually don't mind starting on yet another. Although I don't know if we can steal... He has... Oh, we can only do one at a time. I thought because he has none. Okay, well, we'll undermine Talsred a bit.
Further proof that we are of a more civilized people.
I agree. You are... You should just not have comments. I like you so much. Little do you know you're being blackmailed. Renew it. You 2 turns before we can get the area up to the next tier, which is a little bit annoying. So maybe just more workforce growth, upkeep reduction for all armies in the own province. Definitely. Cost 300. We'll save.
God, Pharaoh.
Beautiful stuff. Go ahead and check what our 2 last actions are. Manbit and Nubit, which we can definitely go for that Kushite favoritism. We have no gold mines here, so anything we can do to get that influence up. What does lower influence actually do for you? Oh, it drops gold and that's it? Interesting. Well, in that case, we want... Workforce growth drops food, doesn't it? We shall go for... Use the Royal Gardens, kind of a spread of resources. And in Nubit properties have the single last workforce to use. I am going to ignore them, and let's do some damage down here to our foes. Turn. Ooh, Nubit has been besieged by whom? Sneaky. Oh, whoa, that's a lot of armies. This is where all their forces were. Alright. Well, let's get you out of March stance. Can we recruit up any of the ancillaries just due here? No, we cannot. Well, that's a wee bit spooky. Where were all your armies hiding? Did they go all the way around? I have no clue. Well, in that case... Can Amenmesse get to the fort? He can't. Good. Well, yes, he absolutely can. Never mind. We'll come through here, hit this monument. We're going to try to eliminate Hetchpaw. That way one of the armies can get moving down towards these guys soon, because I think we're going to lose the settlement. It's so many armies.
A crown, a throne,
they do still have to build up
empire.
Forces to stop, so we have to move quickly. We will break this siege here. Please retreat the right way. Move over here to Hetchpaw. We will still have to spend a single turn building.
Beware my rock.
Well, this may draw them out to us then.
Their break eventually.
Continue the siege. And we'll have Amenmesse change tactics. Sprint back over here. I very much trust the Hinnismet.
Rich beyond measure.
One down to Priya Isis. See if we can't lure one of these armies back. I bet what they were was up the Nile here, helping fight the invaders, like we should have probably been doing. Alright, so we'll kind of hang out next to... How far can you all move?
I will not bow.
Will not bow.
I shall not stray.
God, Pharaoh.
Went over and grabbed this one, and I think we'll stay just out of range. This is a little bit too close. We'll just stay next to this way station.
Get marching.
Not close enough where we can't activate it
March
next turn.
ahead.
Should try to lure some of them on over. We've got support. New plots against
I
us.
bid you welcome to the
Not really very
halls
scared of them.
divinity.
We could come on in here and do some gossiping with the treasurer. She's the one out to blackmail us. No chance of success. Sorry, Talzaret, not today. Should we be building up any other armies down here in the south? Because they might break off and come on down here. Miyama's very well defended, so I don't think they even have a chance. If they go for that, it would be a huge mistake. Already up to the max tier, too. Go for more food down in Shima. It is our main deficit at the moment. We're at 21,000, but there's no reason to be sitting there in the negatives.
I'll prove myself worthy.
Time to slay to
Prepare
Chom.
for anything.
They supposedly have a large garrison. 10 lads coming on over from the outpost. Bring it.
The fire of Nubia.
No one is in the settlement itself. Interesting strategy.
To war.
Ooh-wah. It looks like we can deal with them with an auto-resolve. Sorry, Desert Tribes. You just don't... Ooh, just don't have it.
Ah, sweet victory.
Sweet victory. Oh, this belongs to me, thank you.
I rule here now.
Now we have a lot more bronze to be building up.
I'm always learning.
Always learning. Student of the world.
I am renowned.
Go ahead and throw in the bronze proving hall. Does it give any extra troops? No, but it will give us more bronze in this province. Or we can grab the Champions Hall for a turn or two. Here's some Libu invaders. Looks like they might be coming on back. Probably a good idea to have you turn around then, and we'll let this army deal with it by himself.
My time is now.
Ustia, stay over here. We don't gain any legitimacy, except for just the battle win. We're claiming the Red Desert areas. Pull on back to Uwa.
Battle is
Excellent
my calling.
stuff. Down here at home, where we've rebuilt most of our original, everything is rebuilt. It was very quick. Just finishing up in Buhin, and then here at Miam, I think it is a good idea to go for just either more food, or can we grab the defenses here in Respa? Definitely a good idea to just keep our food sources defended. I want to give it at least one more turn to see if they can crack our settlement. Scare tactics. Train those natives or give them more speed. How much morale drops do they already have? -10 total. I mean, let's go for more missile damage. So now we've got axemen and javelins coming in to help us. Spa can be upgraded. Definitely a good idea. We've already got the native recruitment building in at Nubit, but we might lose it, but I'm going to destroy this anyway. Build this one on up right away. So we can leave it to defend itself. Skill points for Amenmesse, sounds awesome.
Enemies.
We're going to continue to make you all about your upkeep production for now. Over here at Tacham, it says we have some extra buildings we can get up to, which I think is just talking about here. So let's go for the Shrine of Anubis. That way we can make sure to drop everyone's morale down to almost 0 when we're fighting them. Sweet. a little bit more ground, and the Western Desert is under our control. Final kind of outpost to build here in Asaba, so let's come on in and grab the Shrine of Isis. Just gonna take one turn. We have plenty of gold to just speed those along, and I'm very interested to see how Nubit responds. Arunta wants non-aggression. Cooperation would benefit. He wants wood for non-aggression. You would not sail down here to fight me, and if you do, you would have a terrible time. Have an extra competency point to spend as well, which is beautiful. And a new ambition. Hold the entirety of Kirkur Oasis, and this will give us some Conqueror and Overseer. Conqueror or just Conqueror. Hold 37 settlements, current total 29. How many turns do we have? 20? I'm here for victory points. Yeah. So it looks like one of their armies has either disappeared or is fled into the jungle. I'm gonna come on over here and attack this army then.
Death awaits you.
You'll likely be able to auto-resolve these poor fools. You tried your best. Oh yeah, no, easy. Finish these. 4 unfortunate souls off. We'll take a little bit of casualties, for sure. He just got his ankle. He's fine.
Whatever it takes.
Cheer of... Yeah! Got him in a single slash.
Enslave the prisoners.
And then from there, we move to crush this poor
Pharaoh
fool.
of Egypt.
We would lose no one. We would just take some high casualties. I think that's fine. We can deal. Whole bunch of chariots. Good grief. Get out of here. Stab. And good night.
Another step closer to my goals.
That is perfect.
My greatness
Completely
is
annihilated them.
proven.
Now, so let's switch positions. You come on
prove
out
myself worthy.
by Renha. You come into encamp stance, and
some fire
let
going.
Amenmesse hold the fort down.
True
And with that
Pharaoh.
victory over the Nubit legions, I am out of time for today. I've been at Space Was a Total War. I believe a like for the light god and a sub for the sub done. I'll see you on the next one.